Night Rifle Deer Search and Recovery, William Hovey Smith, 2015. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and the forthcoming book Profit that will tell you how to use your own creativity to make a million or maybe even billion-dollar business.
This is Hovey Smith, the backyard sportsman. Well, my deer cleaning rack is empty, but maybe we're going to do something about that. I shot a deer late, and I know I hit because I did find some cut hair, although I do not know how solidly that hit was. And I shot it as I was walking out on one of my farm roads, and it immediately went into some extremely thick cutover. I followed a little bit, but I did not see any blood or any sign of a hit outside of that cut hair. Nonetheless, I didn't find a bullet strike on the road either. So that bullet may be in that deer. Now, after I shot the deer, another deer came out, and then I heard a crash in the woods. That may have been the noise that the first deer made when it went down. So we are going to go and look for deer right now. So I'm wearing and carrying just a few simple things. Super walker right here. You never go out there in pursuit of an animal that may be dead or living without being armed. First off, we have coyotes in these woods. They may be on that carcass. We have wild hogs in these woods. And elsewhere, you may have bear that beat you to your deer carcass or even a mountain lion. So you never go out and look for deer without something to kill with. Then we have some flagging. Okay. We have that. And I have a haul rope right here, very brief. And always a knife. You never know when you may have to cut some vine or something from around the deer to get it loose. So we're going to go out there and look after deer. Now, who is we? Well, I oftentimes use that for me, even though I'm just one guy. But in this case, my brave hound dogs are going out there with me. So they are going to use their noses, and I'm going to use my eyes. We can see if we can recover that deer. So what? Let's get out there and get started. Hound doggies. What?
Now we have our hunt team assembled, and here is Diana dog, or mama dog, now. And she wants to run, so I have to keep her on a leash. Now in most states, when you use hound dogs to recover deer, you must have them leashed at all times. I'm on my own land. I'm not too worried about that kind of requirement. Plus, it is dog hunting season in Georgia anyway, so yeah, it's legal to have dogs in the woods during deer season. So that's Diana. Now Casey here is a much more laid-back dog. She will trail deer if she finds blood, but she is usually very stable and will stay pretty close to me. So Diana, if you like, is a strike dog, and Casey is a follow-up dog. So we shall go and see what we shall see. These deep gouges in the road mark the place where the deer was shot. There were its rear feet, and then it crossed, and there are its front paws, and then it took off in that direction. So now we'll proceed to see if we can recover that deer, or at least find some blood or some indication that it was hit. Well, we got our deer, and I got it back close to the road so I can take some decent pictures of it. Now, the deer was taken with a night rolling block muzzleloader. Clunk, clunk, yeah, it really is. This is a 209 prime gun, and it was using 100 grains of pelletized powder and the 295 grain power belt bullet. Now this was an offhand shot at about 100 yards, and it hit right there. Boom. Just about where aimed. Now the bullet is apparently still in the deer, and that's often the case with power belt bullets. They expand so fast and are so devastating on the inside that they frequently will not exit. Hence, I'm now about 20 yards from the road, and there is no blood between here and where the deer was struck. However, there is some nearer where I found the deer, about 40 yards from the road. So it did not go very far. It was certainly double lunged all the way through, and yeah, for iron sights at 100 and some odd yards, yeah, critter did real good. I'm proud. It has a heavy enough barrel that it's stable, and yeah, I just put the front bead right about here, pull the trigger, and boy, there it went. Good shot. Gun did good. Now, let's get the deer back. I've now flagged my easiest pull to get out of here, so I'm going to go back and get lawnmower and cart and come back here for the deer. Woof. Things did not go quite as planned. We now have our deer retrieval assembly ready to go, except it's attached to the truck. With 2 lawnmowers in January, I could not get either of them to go in a hurry, and with threatening rain, I didn't want to fiddle with flat tires and a balky motor. But it is much easier to load it on that sled than to lift it up in the back of the tailgate, I guarantee you. Deer is now loaded on the sled, ready for the tow out. And you might ask, where is Hound Dog? Well, she is here. But the canine equivalent are passed out in the truck. And I'll tell you why in a bit. Well, we are back at the house. Now, Diana Dog, she won't meet my eye because she has a very guilty look. Oh, she was left to guard the deer. And guess what happened? She decided she would have a little snack. And so she has consumed about 2 pounds of deer meat in the last hour and is full to the point of not hardly even being able to move. But I cannot fault her terrible much for that. But I now know why my older dog, Demeter, was so fierce about guarding these deer from the other dogs. Yeah, she was, wasn't she? Diana? Yeah, you know you done wrong. We have indeed accomplished what we set out to do. And we've got a deer hanging on the deer rack. So, okay. It's obviously been skinned and gutted and ready for further processing, and I will be working up that for the next couple of days. But we accomplished our aims, and the gun did well. It was a double lung shot, by the way, right behind the shoulder, went through both lungs, out the other. Deer ran about 40 yards. The load was 2 50-grain pellets and a 295-grain power belt bullet, and that did the job, although the bullet did not exit, which is very common. I found it just underneath the hide on the other side. And it had expanded to nearly 1 inch in diameter, so it did a devastating job on the inside of that deer. And the deer ran 40 yards. Just could not see it in the near dark in all that thick stuff. But we got it home, and that thing's going in the freezer. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. Here is another look at the gun and the deer. Now, these power belt bullets are very effective. And as you can see, this one expanded to about 1 inch and retained 84% of its weight. Among my prize-winning books are Extreme Muzzleloading and Crossbow Hunting. Now, my forthcoming book, Prophet, now has 2 videos associated with it that you can watch on YouTube. Now, these basically explain how you can use your own creativity to make a $1 million or $1 billion business. Now, dogs are the best tool ever for recovering deer. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 390 videos, go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.